Hello everyone, thanks for coming outside with me today. Yeah, I have a little bit of a head cold, so I know I'm going to sound a little bit weird, but I am super pumped to be actually outside because today we get to start off bow review season, and we're going to start off with the brand new Legend XR from Bear Archery, which is their new mid-price offering for 2023. So Bear Archery is one of our top selling brands that we have in our store, 21 North Front Street in Phillipsburg, PA. If you're interested in calling Average Jack Archery Pro Shop and Range your home shop, please do reach out to us. You can always contact us through our website, averagejackarchery.com or averagejackarchery@gmail.com. You can also find our phone number if you are local and you want to place an order or get hours or talk to us there. But when it comes to selling bear bows in our store, we don't have a problem with it, and the reason being is because they practically sell themselves. They are a phenomenal bow lineup. Bear offers a bunch of bows down from the lowest level possible, kids and women, introductory in the sport of archery, all the way up to $1,000 flagship bows like the XQ30 and 32 that they launched this year. This is their new mid-price offering, which is the Legend XR, and I think they actually outdid themselves in the mid-price market here with this bow. We'll talk about the features as we go through it. I'm just going to shoot this bow so you get a good feel for it, how it is. I will post chrono numbers down on somewhere, anywhere where I don't fill the screen so you can get an idea of what this bow is shooting. Right out of the factory it comes out at $29.70, and I have installed the optional limb stop. We'll talk more about the cam system in a minute, but as I go through this bow and its features and everything else, we're just going to shoot some arrows so you get an idea of what the draw cycle looks like and how it sounds and so on and so forth on camera. So first things first, this is a 32-inch axle to axle bow. It is a hybrid cam system, so we have a yoke at the top and a no yoke cam obviously down at the bottom, so the cams actually look a little bit different. The limb stop is only on the top cam. It comes with the Bear strings right out of the factory, which are not a phenomenal string by any stretch of the imagination, but they're definitely not a bad one. This is $29.70 right out of the factory, and that might be arguably the easiest 70 pounds I've ever drawn in my entire life. When my Bear rep brought this bow around to me back in October of 2022, I was blown away by it. Now, it's not going to be a speed demon as per the feet per second, but I was really curious as to how this would stack up to the Alaskan, which is another bow that I plan on reviewing here this spring from Bear Archery, because that's also a top seller. It's priced a little bit more than the Legend XR, but the speed difference is truly the difference here. So it's a totally different hybrid cam system from the Alaskan. It does come obviously with the two cable stops with top and bottom, but that optional limb stop, when you get back here, that is that is rock solid, absolutely rock solid. Let's take the shot. It is not as quiet as, say, like the Species or the Alaskan or the other bows, although I do think there's a screw that's somewhat loose on here somewhere, because it does sound a little bit more vibey than when I was setting it up at the shop before I brought it home to test it out. But it's still a very quiet bow package, and realistically, if you're going to shoot 70 pounds at 29 inches, this is a great bow, but I would probably, if you were not interested in kind of having a grow with you bow, I would have you or want you to shoot something like the Alaskan or the Adapt or the Species or the Resurgence LD, which has a little bit more performance designed for the longer drawings. Now, I will say that the vibration on this bow is very minimal for a mid-price bow package that this is. This bow runs, somewhere in the flavor of around $550 for a total package bow, which is more than, say, like your Diamond Infinite Edge, but it's less than, say, like your Bowtech Amplify or your Elite Terrain, which would be a comparable, has a bad knock, which is a comparable bow to this one. By a couple $100 actually, it's comparable yet better priced. Comes in a litany of different colors too. So this is the throwback green, which is the olive green riser, and the Fredbear camo limbs. I think it's a really sharp look. They offer it in black. They offer it in their, I think, the throwback black, a couple other different camo options and solid color options as well. But the shooting experience is just, that's, like I said, this is 70 pounds. I'm not a 70-pound guy. 80% let off on the cam, and that is not adjustable. That's just rock solid back wall, very smooth linear pull. And like I said, just has a little bit more vibration, but has more vibration than their more flagship mid-price bows like the Adapt, the Species, even going to the Alaskan as well, maybe the Legend, Whitetail Legend Pro. But gosh, for what you're getting, all the things that can come in a ready-to-hunt kit with a Whisker Biscuit sight, quiver, everything else around that $550 mark, gosh, it's really, really tough to beat. I'm very pleased with it. Every bow that we've brought in so far, early part of the season, January, February, March, has sold out, and so this is one of the more recent shipments. They've just been a really top seller for us. That one also has a bum knock. It has been a great bow to bring in, and I think Bear has really hit it out of the park with their bow. Release this Legend XR as an offering to their lineup. I don't think it pushes any bow out of their lineup. It's a good addition to it. I don't think this ostracizes any of the bows they currently have and would compete for sales. So like I said, this is a very adjustable bow, and it's actually right on the cam. They even have it numbered. So this is cool because this isn't common on a lot of other brands that have a highly adjustable bow. They have it from 18 all the way out to 31 inches of draw length, and it's numbered on that side of the cam. They also have them the ability, now this part you do have to do a press, not the module, but this part, there's also a peg system here for 1, 2, and 3. So that actually shortens up the cable and to allow the draw length to be optimized. So it helps with the back wall a little bit. So you shorten up the cable for a shorter draw length, to help with the poundage and get you a little bit better back wall. But this limb stop can be used, this optional limb stop can be used at any of the draw lengths. So that puts it in the realm of something like the Elite Ember, which comes with limb stops, which I think is one of the better mid-price bows offered out there. And this is going to be in that same price point as the Ember. The Ember uses a 2-cam system, so it's yoked both top and bottom. But both of them are going to offer about that same speed. The Ember only comes in a select few colors though. So Bear has that beat, but the Bear riser is a cast riser, whereas the Ember is machine. But I mean, having that limb stop system, metal limb pockets, floating limb pockets, these Bear limbs that they put on all their mid-price bows, I have never once had a single problem with these limbs. They're their compressed fiberglass limbs, and just I've never had an issue with Bear bows. They get a lot of bad rap for being a box store brand. But I mean, for what they're offering in their entire lineup from top to bottom, all the way down to the Bear Cruiser G3, all the way up to their Execute, and particularly here with the Legend XR, I mean, the color options and, the lightweight feel. I mean, the mass weight on this bow, I don't know what it is. I didn't actually measure it and weigh it on a scale in the shop. But just the overall weight of it, it doesn't feel like a toy. It doesn't feel like a kid's bow, but it definitely has a lighter feel to it. So yeah, it's just, all in all, I really am a humongous fan of this bow. I think it's going to be a smashing hit for 2023 and is definitely part of my bows you should be looking into buying, particularly if you're in this price point, around that $500-600 mark for a complete setup. So I want to throw this up here as what the looks are and the differences are between the Legend XR and the Alaskan, and why this bow and this bow are priced the same, but you are getting a little bit, and by a little bit I actually mean a pretty good amount of performance out of the Alaskan compared to the Legend XR. So you're talking 10 to 70 pounds of adjustment, 18 to 31 inches of draw length on the Legend XR. Nothing to sneeze at, super smooth draw cycle. I have zero complaints about this, optional limb stop, so on and so forth, hybrid cam like I said. Here's the Alaskan. If you look at the cams actually, you can see the Alaskan has more flat spots to it, if you will. It's more of an egg shape. I mean, they're both egg shaped, but you can see it's a little bit more eccentric, both top and bottom for the Alaskan. And the Alaskan's going to offer about 15 to 20 feet per second speed over the Legend XR. But you notice the riser geometry is nearly identical. The limbs are exactly the same. The limb pockets are exactly the same. And the cam system is still a hybrid cam system with a yoke on top and down at the bottom. The Alaskan also offers a limb stop option, but the limb stop option on the Alaskan is adjustable. So it comes in around an 80-85% let off with just the string stops. You can get down to close to 70% let off with a limb stop. So if you want, you have that play, 70 to almost 85% on the Alaskan, whereas you're stuck at a fixed 80 on the Legend XR. So if you like to tinker a little bit more, you want a little bit more speed, you can definitely go with the Alaskan and get that out of the bow. 32 inches axle to axle. The brace height on the Legend XR is a little bit more than on the Alaskan, but that's where you get a little bit more of that speed as well. But that cam system, it's definitely a faster cam system on the Alaskan than on the Legend XR, and not nearly as adjustable. The Alaskan stuck to 4560 or 5570 pounds in terms of peak weight. So if it were me, I know my draw length and I don't need to grow with the bow and I don't need to adjust, I'm going to go with the Alaskan. Still offering a great, lots of different colors. This is the throwback black, so still has that Fredbear limb, but obviously that nice eggshell black riser look to it. One thing I will add here as well, because of the riser geometry, you'll notice that the Alaskan here has the new bear paw grip. Now I do not have this bolted on here. Let me pull it off real quick. So the new bear paw grip, which came out with the Adapt bow, the THP Adapt bow in 2022, can actually be modularly fitted to all of the mid-price bows. So the Legit, the Species, the Resurgence LD, the Alaskan, the Legend XR. Now, there are 2 holes here in it. You would actually peel off, just take a little screwdriver or a toothpick and peel off this sticker here and this side here. And then it comes with 2 brackets that sit inside the machining grooves. And then you slide the grip over top, slide it up, and then you would put a screw in here and a screw in here and be firmly locked onto the bow. Now, I'm not an over-molded rubber grip kind of person, but this actually has a really nice feel to it. If you are coming from a PSE or a Hoyt, or you shot them in the past, this feels incredibly similar. And it does offer a nice a bridge of gap, if you will, between that cold cast or aluminum riser and, you know, when you're hunting out in the woods. I would probably shoot it for hunting, just for fun, but I traditionally like just shooting off the riser as the bow comes stock. This is only a $10 edition, so if you're local pro shop or if you want to reach out to us to get you a bear bow in your hands, this is only a $10 addition to the bow. So if you like it, slap it on and try it. If you don't, it's $10, and I think it's worth trying, because a lot of people like the idea of having an overmolded rubber grip, but you don't know how it's going to fit in your hand. You know, this is a very nice flat, straight back grip, offers a really low wrist style, which is how I like to shoot. But a lot of introductory archers or people that are used to shooting a mid-wrist or high-wrist grip from other brands, this might be the way to go. Like I said, about a $10 edition. So I'll just slide it here onto the Legend XR so you get a feel of what it looks like. Nice, clean, flush fit. Like I said, you just peel those stickers off. We'll shoot a couple of arrows here while I talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing about this bow I don't like, you know, and there's nothing I can complain about with this bow. Truth be told, I do like that grip. I traditionally like a really thin, flat back grip. The nice thing about the Legend XR, the Alaskan, and all the other bear bows really is that because I've done that to the grip, I've actually brought the grip closer to me. So I've effectively shortened my draw length a little bit. Now, of course, the bow is still drawing at the same draw length. But since I have the option, you know, 18 to 31 inches of draw length, you know, let's say I was at 29 inches and now it feels short, I just loosen a couple of screws, slide the module back a half inch, move the limb stop from shooting that back the next half inch, and I'm good to go. No bow press required, no fussing around. And it's an easy 15 minutes of change and swapping around. Let's let this bow down again. You can see just how smooth that comes down. That's 70 pounds. Now, I'm not the world's strongest guy. I'm not a weakling, but that's, you know, that's really, really nice. So that's all on the Legend XR from Bear Archery for 2023. If you have any questions about this bow or any of the other bows that are in the Bear Archery lineup, we'd be happy to help you out. You can reach out to us at averagecheckarchery@gmail.com. You can always visit our website, averagecheckarchery.com, and hit the Contact Us button. You can always reach out to us, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, Average Check Archery, or just drop a comment here on YouTube. We try to get back to everybody as quickly as we can. If you're interested in purchasing one of these bows, we're allowed to ship them across the continental 48. We set them up in store, make sure they're kind of paper tuned to the best arrow system that we can for you, and ship them out the door. And of course, if you're in the central Pennsylvania area or region, we'd love to make Average Check Archery your home shop. Hope you're able to get outside and enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.